Hello my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, you guys, it's already 2025. How is it already 2025? 2024 was such a blessing, but also a lesson. And one of the biggest lessons that I learned was that I need to manage my finances well. So, guess what we're doing in this video? Guess what we're doing? I am showing you guys how I personally budget my money as a college student that is a girl. So obviously I'm gonna need my Marshalls haul, my TJ Maxx haul, get my maintenance done, the whole shebang. But I also do have bills to pay for, and I also want to make sure that I am really being serious about saving in my high yield savings account. So let's just get started. So as I said before, a huge goal that the Lord has placed on my heart was managing my finances well, because you know, that whole I'm just a girl excuse is getting really ridiculous because I am 19 and I turned 20 this year. We're not using that excuse anymore to be stupid with our finances. So you know, when it comes to whatever the Lord places on my heart, I love going to the word to back it up. So let's read these verses together. So we are reading Matthew chapter 25, 14 through 30. This is a chunk of a message, but I really want you guys to truly understand how serious this can be. It will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his wealth to them. One, he gave 5 bags of gold, to another 2 bags, and to another 1 bag, each according to his ability. Okay? Then he went on his journey. The man who had received the 5 bags of gold went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 more bags. So also the one with 2 bags of gold gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 bag went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of the servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrust me with 5 bags of gold, so I gained 5 more. His masters replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Follow me. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with 2 bags of gold also came. Master, he said, you trusted me with 2 bags of gold. See, I have gained 2 more. Then the man who had received 1 bag of gold came and said, Master, I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your gold in the ground. I was afraid, so I hid your gold in the ground. Here's what belonged to you, his master replied. You wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed. Well then, you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers, so that when I return, I would have received it back with interest. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to the one who has 10 bags. For whoever will be given more, they will have in abundance. Whoever does not have, even when they have, will be taken from them. And throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So obviously this parable is teaching us the emphasis of smart with your money, but also being smart with what God blesses you with. It teaches us investment and growth. It teaches us fear and action, because the third servant got scared and was like, well, I have little money. My servant gave me little money, so I'm just gonna hide it. When everyone else had, yes, they had more than 2 bags, but they were like, we got 5 bags, we're gonna make something shake. And they made 10 bags of gold up here. It teaches us lessons on faithfulness, God's expectation, consequences of neglect. One of the biggest issues I had with my finances in 2024 was I was using Apple Pay. That's also another thing that I'm letting go of. I know, I'm letting go of Apple Pay. if I don't have my physical card on me, I will not be buying anything. And that's just that. It hurts. Oh my God. It hurts so bad to say that out loud, but you didn't bring your card, so no Chick-fil-A for you. You didn't bring your card, so no Ulta Haul for you. You didn't bring your card, so you can't pay for seafood boil. Simple. Yo, when I tell you guys I was an Apple Pay warrior, I was using it like Apple was paying for it. No. Staying on track with budgeting your finances, you guys. It will save you a lot of stress, if I'm being completely honest, and it's also a confidence boost when your budget was so big and you underspent. My budget for something was $200 and I only spent $50. Yeah. And of course, when it comes to debt and paying it off, I don't have any serious debt right now, but I plan on going to law school, so I'm hoping and praying for a full ride, but you know, that's not always promised, so your girl will be paying stuff off. So just budgeting and learning how to budget at 19 is much better than learning how to budget at 25 and using I'm just a girl's excuse. So, because that was one of my biggest excuses. I'm just a girl. Girl, you could be a smart girl and manage your finances well. So now I want to take you guys through like my monthly budget. I followed a tutorial on TikTok. I don't know if TikTok is actually getting banned. I haven't been paying close attention. I haven't. But I use the creator's TikTok. I'll obviously post it on the screen, and then I will give you guys a copy of the template in the description box below, so you guys can have a similar template as mine. You can switch the colors and switch the font and make it cuter, but this is what I am using. Okay, this is my monthly budget. I have some of my bills listed. I have my savings. I have other expenses. I have a debt section just in case, but the goal is to have this debt section at 0 every single month. So yeah, and at the bottom I have like a little summary. And then I have monthly income left. Obviously, just for my own personal reasons, I'm not gonna put total income because I don't see the purpose in putting your monthly income on the internet. But if the Lord leads me to it one month, then I'll do it. But he has not told me to do that yet, so I'm not gonna do it. But I have my phone bill and my Spotify bill. Those are my two main bills that I have for the month. And in my high yield savings account, I want to have $500 deposited at the end of the month. And with my high yield savings account, another rule that I have is to not touch it. I'm not allowed to touch it, not unless I have a serious emergency where I need to pull all that money out. But I should not be pulling that money out to go shopping. I should not be pulling that money out to go to the movies and things like that. So there's no way. So whenever 500 gets deposited, I cannot touch it unless I have a serious emergency. See? I'm telling you guys this, but I'm like low-key tweaking saying it out loud because I'm like, ooh, what if I want a little seafood boil and I'm in between checks? Then you can't have a seafood boil. Simple. But I have eating out for my expenses. I have eating out. I have gifts because in the month of February, I have like 3 birthdays and Valentine's Day. And I wasn't able to do Christmas present this year, so best believe I'm going all out for February. But I want to do most of my shopping in January and save my budget for like gifts and stuff like that to put in my high yield savings account for February. Nail maintenance, because one thing about me, no matter how broke I am, I need to have my toes done. I have to. And then I have necessities like buying like certain hygiene products, buying like medicine, because I do live on a college campus and there are times where people get sick and it happens. I can't stand being sick, but it comes with the territory. And then another category for expenses that I want to add is dates, because I don't know, like dates can be solo dates or dates with my boyfriend, and I want to make sure that I'm obviously not overspending when it comes to dates, but I'm also setting the intention to have a budget for the dates, because school work, we can get really busy, but I just want to make sure that I am spending time with myself, but also spending quality time with my boyfriend. So we're gonna add dates to that. But when it comes to budgeting, you guys are probably going to look at what I'm about to type as absolute craziness. But when it comes to budgeting, especially as a college student, and especially if you're a girl and you use, I'm just thinking about the excuse, you need to over budget. So for example, for eating out, I'm gonna put $150. Okay. Now you're probably like, how often do you eat out when you're on campus? Not that much. But knowing me, if I make this budget oddly small, I'm going to overspend on purpose. On purpose. So I'll make it oddly big. Knowing me, I'm only probably gonna spend $50 a month on eating out, because I live in an apartment now and I can cook as many meals as I would like. But over budgeting is the way to go, y'all. I'm not even kidding. Now gifts, I'm going to do $150 as well. Or honestly, I'm gonna do $200, because once again, 3 birthdays and Valentine's Day. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay, leave me alone. Now for nail maintenance, I just get my toes done for the month of February. Best believe I'm gonna be quite honest, from February and on, I'll probably have my nails done. But for the month of January, I really just want my toes done, because I have a weird feeling that January is gonna be a little hectic. So for toes, usually my budget is like $60, but to be fair, I'm gonna do $65, because you know, inflation and people just start raising prices and stuff. So I'm gonna put $65, but usually my toes are only like $50. Now, necessities, I'm gonna put $100. Once again, you have to have a crazy high budget. It has to be a crazy high budget. It has to be a crazy high. And then even for dates, I'm going to put $100 as well. Knowing me and my boyfriend, we know we're in college and we're not grown yet. So we're not gonna go to like the craziest of crazy places. 9 times out of 10, we're probably just gonna get food and go back to our dorm and watch a movie. But in order to keep myself mindful, my budget has to be high. So I'm genuinely working towards making my actual section green. That is always the goal, making it green. When I mean green, I mean this little part down here. So my budget right now is at $1,182.84, and my actual is $0 because I haven't added my monthly income into it. But right now it's green. It's green, y'all. It's green. Keep it green. And then other expenses, knowing me, 9 times out of 10, I do like to go to the Marshalls by my campus to have a little solo date. I put on my headphones, blast my music, and just get to shopping. So I'm gonna put person now. Ooh, can I spell? My goodness, y'all. Personal shopping. I don't know why when it comes to shopping at Ross and Marshalls, I never spend anything over $30, but to be safe, I'm going to put $50. So if you are the type of person to make excuses when it comes to budgeting, one serious thing that I'm implementing is making sure that I am willing and able to shut my card off. One thing about me, I will cut my card off. With my last bank, I'll talk about like some practical advice I have for you guys. But with my last bank, you had to, if you froze your card, you had to freeze it for 30 days. You're over budget. So your card is being shut off and you're only using the cash that you have. If you don't have cash, whoopie-doo. We're being strict in 2025. In 2025, big girl goals, which means that is big girl expenses. So in order to have the money to pay for certain things, I have to make sure I have money in my bank account and I'm budgeting properly, okay? So here is some advice. I've been giving y'all advice the whole video, but this is some serious concrete advice that I have, especially if you are entering college or you've in your 4th year of college and you're just now realizing that you need to learn how to budget. I completely understand. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you at all. One of the best things that I've done for myself was changing my bank. The last bank I had, it was a system where you had a checking and a saving, but they were not separate, they were connected. So if I kept using Apple Pay, like Apple is paying it, I was draining my checking and also my saving with my card not declining. Now that might sound good to you, but it's horrible when you're going like this all weekend and you don't get paid for another 2 weeks, going like this all weekend. Ba-ding, 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 and you check your account and you have every bit of $2 to your name.
Oh, you sound like you slow.
Because also with that, you're not looking at your bank details to see what you're buying. No, you're neglecting your finances because you're too scared to look at what you're doing and fix your horrible behavior. So change your bank. Change it to a bank. I personally am using Discover. I'm a Discover girl now, and I'm sticking with a debit card until I feel comfortable with getting a credit card. But it's separate. If I'm charging my checking, it's not going to dip into my savings. The card is just going to decline, as it should. Because sometimes your card declining is an embarrassment. You need to get your act together, okay? Now, when God gives you a word, when God gives you advice, when God tells you to do something, please be obedient. When the Lord tells me I'm ready to share, I will share my full testimony when it comes to my finances, because your girl has been in the dumps. The dumps. Because I was being disobedient and being neglectful of my finances. And I was not stewarding my blessing well. So please lock in, please. Please lock in. Please lock in. And then also, a huge thing that keeps my bills low is, best believe, since I'm in college, I'm using my college discounts to my advantage. Like Spotify, you're probably like, Spotify Premium is like $10, $20, depending on what plan you have. My plan is $5.99 because I very much did sign up with my college email so I can get my discount. Use college discounts when it comes to anything. Even if you're online shopping, look up to see if there's a code that you could use. I use Student Beans. It's an app on your phone. You can literally scroll through and see how many discounts there is. Use your discounts to advantage because you're not going to be in college forever. And then you have to pay the actual price. No, I'm literally gonna dread the moment I'm officially out of school. But by the time I'm officially out of school, I will be able to pay the full price. But you guys know what I mean. You know what I mean. And when it comes to this template, please mess around with it and change it to your specific needs. Maybe you're the type of person where you don't want to save, which is really scary. Please save. But if you don't like the save section, you could absolutely remove it. Or if you're like, there's no way I'm gonna have any type of debt you can remove that as well. And then the notes, you could obviously add like little encouragements. I love to add a little Bible verse in the notes app, the notes part. That keeps me going, because sometimes if I have a bad day, I will just start shopping. I'll just start eating out. I'll get boba 3 times a week. You don't need boba 3 times a week. Make it at home. You don't need Starbucks 5 times a week. Learn how to make matcha in your dorm. Cut cost when necessary, please. Cut cost when necessary. But that is all I have for you guys. Are we liking the red bath? Are we liking the red bath? But that is all for today. I really hope and pray that this video helped you guys out, because this is something that I genuinely had to sit down with myself and be honest about my bad spending habits. But it's okay. It's a new year. We were blessed with a new year. So we can start the process of just being better women of God and better stewards with our money. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.